Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this one might be a little different. We're gonna this might not be as much. Okay, I've got a lot going on here. I was thinking about this last night because honestly, I basically spend my time thinking about RimWorld when I'm not playing RimWorld. Portia, Buzzkill, Dr. Avalanche, Martin, welcome. Here's what I've got going on. I believe, to my knowledge, this is the biggest nuke RimWorld has ever done to me. Now, we all remember the Great Pantry Fire, of course. I gotta tell you, if somebody ever wants to look up when that was, I'd love to be able to say the Great Pantry Fire of 2021, or whatever it happened to be. Crimson, welcome. So we all remember the Great Pantry Fire, okay? And that was bad. And of course, we remember the Great Betrayal. And of course, we also remember when I sent out 2/3 of my colony to die just so I could get some tech prints that I never actually ended up using. This may be the biggest nuke RimWorld has ever unleashed upon me here. It just started killing everyone. The Disco Death Ball, the DDDB, the Demonic Disco Death Ball, went out and shot a bunch of people, including a couple of camels. And then just people started dying. Yegor overdosed for reasons that can't be adequately explained. Actually, they can be very clearly adequately explained. He took a bunch of drugs, way more than was prescribed, and died. And just people are dying. I don't even know who's dead anymore. That's how many people are dead. I don't even know how many people are dead anymore. Marcus is dead. He's lost his head. Technically, according to his bio, he's lost his neck. It's just the head kind of went with it, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have legs anymore either. And you know, Chibi's been dead for a while. We don't even need to talk about Chibi. She's been there for like 2.5 years. So this may be the biggest nuke RimWorld has ever unleashed upon me. One moment while I put coffee inside of me. And I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, I will prepare this. I will come back from this. And the shocking part is, the part that's making you tremble is, you know, I'm right. You know, somehow I'm going to make all of this work. Because right now, the only person who is conscious is Lon. And Lon is literally everything. He is our royal. He is our mechanator. If I had the wherewithal, he'd be our delirious first eater. Toblerone slipped into a coma of an undetermined length. He could be there forever. I don't know. But Toblerone, who is the only other member of our community, is in a coma. So everything is leaning on Lon right now. This is Operation Leaning on Lon, or LOL, if you will. Hashtag Geniusosity. Buzzkill, the part where you're shaking at home, you're trembling, your body is shaking, is because you know I'm going to make all of this work. I don't know how. That's what Geniusosity is. Geniusosity is just diving into the great big ocean of genius and just taking a big old gulp of seawater. It's not advised. It's medically unsound. But sometimes you gotta do that. Okay. I'm going to tentatively put this on. Now, this entire stream might be a whole lot more of me micromanaging stuff. So this may not be, I may not have as much time as I might like to kind of chit-chat with you guys. I'm going to do my very best. But because I am a genius, in fact, I have slipped the surly bonds of genius into the realms of geniusosity, hashtag geniusosity. Because I am in the realm of geniusosity, I do actually need to play some RimWorld here. So I'm going to go ahead and say, we're going to not bother with the Archotechnic offering. I think we can skip Archotechnic Easter. There's only one of us who's conscious. It's not going to be that big a deal. This is not going to be gathering around the family table and celebrating Archotechnic Easter. No. I think we can go ahead and just skip that. We're not going to bother with that. There's an animal wandering away. The goat's dead. We've lost a goat, apparently. That's fine. I'm okay with losing a goat. The goats were kind of just a pain in my neck anyway. That's just more food. That's all that is more food for us. Who's in what zone? Okay, Lon and Toblerone are in unrestricted, and I believe I put the mechs in unrestricted, which is not ideal. Because if an animal goes psycho or something, they'll target the mechs if they see them out there. But I need the mechs to be going out, specifically my lifter, to be going out and getting things. I do have a baby on the way, Crimson. You're right. Not mine. I like Mrs. Dave and I don't have a baby on the way. Like I've got a baby in a tube. And you know he's gonna be real shocked when he gets up and finds out his dad's dead in the freezer. Like, where's Dad? In the freezer, missing a head. Good luck with that. But yeah, we do technically have a baby on the way, and actually pretty soon. So obviously, we all know both in RimWorld and in the real world, babies are useless. They're just parasites. So we'll keep it in the tube for a little bit. Syrincha, welcome. We're going to keep it in the tube until it's functional enough to act as a Roomba, and then it can go to work. I don't want anything around here that can't work. Okay, if you're just going to suck up a meal, you're out. Now you're saying to yourself, but Dave, Wooshak's sucking up a meal. Yes, but Wooshak will eventually join us. Eventually. Okay? Already been converted, just working on that old recruitment. Speaking of which, I have to micromanage lawns. So you are on number 1 wardening and growing and plant cutting. I had a thought about that. This is going to suck up time that I don't really have. But did we even start the gestate mill? Okay, blow that off. You know what I need more than a Militor is an agrihand. All right, I need a robot that can just go deal with the crops, and it's one less thing that Lon has to do. Hang on, coffee. You're saying Wooshak is short on a few organs, just one. I think I only popped out a lung. I only took out one lung. One lung, Portia, and I'm the bad guy? I'm the bad guy? One lung? Goat Doe 1 is fully healed. Thank God it's all coming together. Thank you. It's all coming back now. Yeah, Yar got eaten by a cougar. Again, I can't recall a bigger one-day nuke than... And I'm going to be patenting that term, though, a RimWorld nuke. So RimWorld will pick at you, but this was a RimWorld nuke. RimWorld just says, I'm done with this guy. He actually beat Anomaly. As many times as I tried to take him out, he beat me in Anomaly. So I'm just going to wreck this guy right now. Oh, a couple of things that came up, because people actually sometimes comment on these streams too. This was going to be my school. Okay, so I remember that now. This is going to be my school room. And then my wind turbine, one of my wind turbines, there it is. Okay, so one of my wind turbines, I never put a planting zone back here. So we've got this tree that is obstructing this. That might be why we had a little bit of a power drain. Spikeable Girl, welcome. So we'll look at that. Again, that's where that agrihand would be coming in. Lon, can we get an idea of like where you're at, what you're doing, what your plans are, kid? Kid, what's your plans? Because you're it. It's Operation Lean on Lawn, or Operation LOL, if you will. You're going to feed a meal to Wooshak. Great, good. Let's not have the prisoner starve to death. That's an excellent thing for you to be doing. I do actually appreciate that. How starving to death are you, Chief, by the way? Pretty starving to death. Your mood is appallingly low. That is not surprising. That is not... Wait, do you believe in our thing, right? Yeah, not very much, though. Yeah, you're not wicked into it right now. Boy, are you going to be surprised when you're a cannibal. So, Misaki died, Yegor died. Now, Wooshak is wicked happy that everyone died. He is so happy that everybody died. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Whoa. Okay. All right, that's a blue one, Dave. That's a blue one. Hang on. We've had a vat birth. There's a baby there. There's just a baby on the floor. Baby, can you... No, you can't do anything. Lon, what are you doing now? You're feeding a simple meal to Toblerone. Could you maybe put the baby back in the tube? If we could just pop it in the tube. Yeah, put the baby in there. Yeah, put the baby... Yeah, put baby newborn in there. Thank you. Could you actually go ahead and do that? Can you growing growth vat or filling the growth vat? Okay, you know what? It's fine. Just the baby will be on the floor for a while. That's okay. Babies are fine on the floor. I'm trying to put the baby back in the box, Portia. We've been trying that since we figured out birth. Hang on, coffee. I mean, these things come out and you're like, oh god, no. All right. So, yes, I'm aware there's a healthy birth. Trade with colonists. Oh, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. No. That's great. That would be awesome. I literally can't go anywhere. It would be abandoning the colony if Lon went out because Toblerone can't function. Now, there's no... And thankfully, wouldn't this be the one? I bet you, wouldn't this be the one that has the Resurrector Mech Serum? But right now, it's not. So no, we can't do that trading. That's just a lot. Yeah, I mean, Tittles was on the radiator for a while. Why can't you have a baby on the floor? Is it filling the growth vat or growing the growth vat? Might be filling. Find out what happens when you do that. Toblerone, sorry, we just dumped your food there. Oh, no, you're going to feed it with kibble. That's not what I want you to do. I don't want you to clean amniotic fluid. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. There's no baby edible food. Well, I want you to put it... I want you to put the baby in the baby tube. Okay, I think somebody will get on that at some point. Somebody will be on that eventually. You are my lifter, and you, by the way, need repairs. Okay, and you're hauling a simple... Wait, why are you hauling a simple meal to stockpile zone 1? No, don't take Toblerone's... No, Lon, whatever you're doing is wrong. Could you feed Toblerone, please? Now you've left that in the middle of the door. You know what? That's okay. If all the goats go away, that's totally fine. I'm 100% fine with that. In fact, you know what? Oh, Goat Doe 1 is pregnant. Super. Super. That's just what I need is more goats. I can't wait to have more goats around here. Could we... Lon, I know we're doing Project Lean on Lawn, where everyone's leaning on Lawn, including me. It's Project LOL. But how do we get the... I've clearly designated the baby to be put in the baby tube. And the baby is just utterly refusing to get up and get in the tube. It's a lazy creature. This is why they shouldn't be allowed out until they're 18. So it's not take to safe location. It's not cleaning the amniotic fluid. It's not playing with them. We wouldn't want to do that. That's ridiculous. So how about if I right-click on this? Filling. And the lifter seems to be on things. Whatever the lifter is doing, the lifter is doing it. Childcare should be on. Yeah, at a low level, but he will do it. So you're cleaning up the amniotic fluid. That's great. The baby's probably very slippery. And what's your move now, lifter? I'm basically doing all of this with bots at this point. Somebody should probably get the baby. I'm just saying, it can't be on the floor forever, right? Also, I have no baby food. I don't need baby food if I put it in the baby tube. That's where babies are supposed to go. Lon, good. Keep working on Wushak there because all of our hopes and dreams are pinned on him. Although he's wicked happy. Could we get the door fixed? Could we get anything done? Lon, again, micromanagement time. Harvesting potatoes. Not right now. Could you actually harvest that oak tree? Because I need wood. I need wood to seal off the prison door. Otherwise, Wushak's going to be like, yeah, I am out of here right now. I am totally out of here. There's no door on my prison cell. And then Lon, again, sorry about the micromanagement, Lon, but if you could get on that one too, also that'll free up that wind turbine. See, the lifters will come in and start dealing with some of this stuff. And my Constructo bot is around somewhere. He can build the doors. I just need the basic wood, which is why I want an agrobot. No one likes the rejected tube, baby. No, you're right. I already don't like this kid. He's offered nothing to the colony so far. Offered absolutely no input whatsoever. Lon's going to have a break risk. I am not surprised. That would be a perfectly sensible reaction to what's going on right now. Absolutely sensible reaction. The only one who's doing well is Dee Dee. Dee Dee's doing great. Just nice and safe in the Dee Dee zone. Psychic drone lone female. Great! The only person who's conscious is, in fact, a female. Fantastic. I'm just going to try this again. So I'm going to cancel that, and I would like insert embryo. No. I want to insert a person. I want to insert Baby Newton. Okay? Baby Newton. Maybe because there wasn't nutrition in there. That might have been it. Okay, that might have been the problem. Fill the growth vat. Yeah, maybe they couldn't put the kid in there because there wasn't enough food in the thing. That's possible. Let's see what happens when we fill this. Also, why are there 10 simple meals over there? I feel... Hold on, Lon. Hold on, Lon. We're micromanaging you. Now, can we put the baby in there? No. Can you put the baby in here? No. Don't make me actually take care of a baby like a barbarian. That's why we have tubes. We invented tubes so we don't have to take big care of babies like we're a bunch of savages. Just have the baby in the tube, and then you don't need to deal with a baby for like 18 years. God, if only we're that simple in the real world. You're filling that. Okay. We seem to have plenty of nutrition in here now. Okay, the baby's well fed for. Not there. And not there. Growing growth vat? All right, grow the growth vat. Ah, that's it. Okay, everything's under control now. Baby in a tube. Right, now we can get on with something around here. That sucked up time out of my life. Jeez, babies are complicated. Just live in a tube, kid. Just go be in a tube like a sensible person. Lon, what are you up to? Relaxing. You know what? I'm actually going to let you do that. I'm going to go ahead and let you just stare at the piano. Might be a harpsichord. Don't know. No idea. I'm just going to go ahead and let you stare at that. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I know. I'm going to move Lon's bed, even though it's nowhere near as good a bedroom. She won't care right now. I'm going to move it over here because that way it'll be in range of the psychic pulse thing. It's a small thing, but it might be the difference between a break risk or not. So now your bed is going to be constantly pulsed by good vibes there. Yep, the AC is down. You're entirely correct, Crimson. And yes. Also, by the way, a bunch of dead colonists in the freezer. It's still frozen, so not high priority. It's still 23 degrees in there, 22, 21. So not super high priority. We can get to that when we get to that. That's not as big a deal. What I'd like to get is Lon woken up, and then I want an Agrahand. Because, actually, did you already get started on that? I see that the thing's been moved. Oh, maybe we just moved the thing. We probably just moved the, whatever it is, the thingamajiggy there that we make those things out of. Also, Lon, what are you armed with? Heavy SMG. I mean, you may as well have the best possible guns. The best possible guns. We've got a lot of missing traps, and that's because we got no real steel. Grumpy was so good about the mining. That kid loved the mining. But I've got to get some steel going on, because I got one completely open trap corridor here. Maybe just temporarily, I just close it off. Yeah, you know what? That's probably not the stupidest idea I've ever had. Until I get some steel on, let's just go ahead and just shut this one down. What do I have in terms of stone blocks? Absolutely nothing. I've got granite and I've got sandstone. So could we do... Granite. Yeah, do that there. Just close the door there. Medical emergency. Whom? Wushak? What's your problem? Oh, you have an extreme infection. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, needs tending now. We can cope with this. I think we can squeeze in there. Wushak, are you on the good medicine, by the way? Because you should. Yeah, you're on the good medicine. So, Lon, can you, hustle that up here? So, tend to Wushak, right now. I think we're going to be fine, but just in case... Okay, so... Oh, we don't have any good medicine. That sounds about right. We do spend most of our time making drugs instead of medicine. So does that kind of perk you up a little bit there, kid? All right, 85 on the infection, 96, almost 97. Yeah, we're fine. Wushak will be okay with that. And we're going to feed Wushak. Toblerone. Can we... I know we kind of discussed this yesterday, Toblerone. Can we get any sort of vague idea of when you're popping out of this coma? Because this can't last forever, man. This cannot last forever. Jeez, now is the actual time I need Yegor. Yegor could have done the unnatural healing. I bet that would have popped Toblerone right out of the problem. Or Toblerone would have popped right up. I go, well, thank you for the unnatural healing. And the tentacle. I appreciate it. I'm going to have some fun with that. But now I'm not in a coma. No, this is the one time I actually need Yegor. I don't got a Yegor. You are working hard on Wushak, and I'd love to have you doing other things, but this is actually kind of important. Because I need any warm bodies around here. Any warm bodies at all. Wushak's up and running. Hey, Lon, while you're here, do you think you could maybe just do that door real quick? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know, what with it being a prison and all, Lon. Just saying, it's a prison. We should probably not have that. The Pact of Trebo don't hate us quite as much. Well, good for them. Good for them. Mark, welcome. Welcome to the RimWorld nuke. I'm gonna try and work on that phrase. I don't know if it's just hashtag RimWorld nuke. It might be. But yeah, this is definitely the biggest nuke they've ever done to me. Wow, that's a big field, Lon. That's a big field. That's going to suck up a lot of your time. And we have a degree of food, although it is going to be winter. Lon, I would love to actually have you work more on the Agrahand. Because then the Agrahand could do that, and you wouldn't have to. Now, we have some steel on the map. Beep boop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have some steel on the map down here. And because the mechs are in unrestricted, eventually one of the lifters will get down there and deal with that for the things we need steel for. But we don't have much because I don't have Grumpy anymore. Oh, who's got the flu? Really? Do I look like I have time for the flu? Lon has the flu. Fantastic. Good, great job, Lon. Great job on having the flu there. If we're just going to go ahead and have the flu like it's nothing. Okay, well, when you get back from hauling this steel, which is a great move, by the way, I appreciate that, you're going to have to tend to yourself. Lon, this is one of those, like, sicknesses you can't take time off work. All right? You don't get to have a doctor's note because you're the only doctor. You're the only actual upright colonist at this point. But you don't get to do that. Where are you going now? You going down to get the thing. Okay. Tell you what, Chief, here's what I'm going to do for you. You load that up. And then what I'm going to have you do is tend to yourself. Oh, you're already tending to yourself. Well, aren't you super? Aren't you just magical? There we go. Okay. Yeah, just get in the flu. Like I've got that kind of time in my life, frankly. Like I've got that kind of time in my life. Lon, you're actually a fairly competent doctor, aren't you? Yeah, you're medical 13. That should be fine for that. Oh, the weather controller's no longer changing the weather. I'd forgotten that existed. Good for me. I'd completely forgotten that existed. Wooshak's getting a meal. Wooshak, where are we at with you? Because I need, again, any warm body at this point. Resistance 4.5. Okay. We are getting there. We are getting there. Tell you what, now would be the time to dump that Resurrector Mech Serum quest on me. That'd be perfect. 2 of them would be ideal. Obviously, the first one goes to Chibi, but I'd love to have Marcus back. Not only because he's sanguiphage, but also he was one of the more valuable members of this colony. And then how's the graveyard looking? Wow, that's a lot of people. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Yegor. We didn't have time to make you a good sarcophagus. We got what we got, kid. That you just have to get dumped in the ground like a schmuck. It's not personal, except you were never really our favorite. Except I kind of need you like right now. Because now everyone's down. Everyone's down now. The only thing living that's moving is Dee Dee right now. Are we going to name the baby or just leave it baby? I'm going to low prioritize that one, Portia. I'm going to really concentrate in the next hour or so-ish on not having this colony crash and burn. So we'll get to that. Things will happen. Things will happen. But we're just going to kind of leave the baby in the tube. That's my best move right now. The baby is the safest person apart from Dee Dee. Can we get him back with no head? I believe we can. I believe a Resurrector Mech Serum will just kind of cure all your ills. I mean, having a lack of a head, or not having a head, much like Chibi being dead, that's just like one part of your life, not having a head. Like you had a head, and then you didn't have a head, and then you might have a head again. Who knows? So it's just one stage of your body's natural evolution through life. Can you add Chipster's leg before reviving? I cannot, Mark. No, she can't do any operations to corpses, which is a shame, really, because I feel I should just be allowed to test an experiment. But no, you can't do any operations to a corpse. I'm just going to triple check that, but if I go to health, yeah, I cannot set up an operation. Yep, left leg still bitten off fresh. She's fresh frozen. She's still technically stoned. So if I bring her back, she might still be stoned. That's the longest drug high I've ever heard of. Wooshak, how's your deal, man? How's life being a prisoner? Still at that 4.5, huh? What happened? Gotcha. Boy, hang on, who died? Somebody just die? I just got a whole colonist left unburied. I'm aware of that. There's people in my freezer. Okay, Lon, alive. Toblerone, in a coma, but technically alive. Wooshak, horribly mangled, but technically still alive. Okay, good. I'm going to stop panicking. Beep Boop, I'm not even sure 100% where to begin. I've been playing RimWorld for a very long time, and this was the largest RimWorld nuke I've ever experienced. We released the demonic disco death ball, the DDDB, and that killed several people, unbeknownst to me when I released it. I thought it was just going to go away, and it did eventually after slaughtering half of my colony and a couple of camels that were quest camels, I might add, so I failed that quest, and a goat or two. It set a goat on fire. And then people just started dying. And it would, people, honestly, it was happening so fast, I'm not even sure what happened anymore. And the only thing I can recommend is watch yesterday's stream, because people were just dying left and right. Yegor died of a drug overdose. That one I can explain. Yegor definitely died of a drug overdose. Grumpy here, I think, got shot by the demonic disco death ball, the DDDB. And then who was this? This was Misaki. Misaki, again, I'm like 60% sure that was the DDDB. And then Yar got eaten by a cougar. Yeah, Yar got killed by a cougar. So, okay, I actually can account for all of the deaths. I can account for all of the deaths there. And how they died. So what? And then, oh, by the way, P.S. Sorry, in case this wasn't clear. Due to the rather shocking news of 4 colonists dying in under a game day, Toblerone here has decided to go into a psychotic coma. Yeah, psychotic coma. And we have no idea if he's ever waking up without some sort of medical aid. Or unnatural healing, or there's many things I could do to Toblerone, most of which are horrible and unnatural and not allowed on YouTube. But yeah, and Marcus is dead. Sorry, I've missed a couple of people. Marcus is dead. I don't immediately remember how Marcus died. I think that was the DDDB. They talked about xenohumans. Let's see, burned off, burned. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that was the demonic disco death ball. Because there's a lot of Bernie stuff there. Now, of course, Chibi's been dead for 2.5 years. We know about Chibi. Chibi's been in the freezer for 2.5 years, just waiting to enter the next stage of her life, really, which will not be dead in an ideal situation. Will not be as a dead person. Hang on, who's going to have break risk? Toblerone. Toblerone's up. Holy moly, Toblerone's up. Oh, that's just like the best news I've ever heard. You're harvesting hay grass. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Actually, you know what? I take that back. That's a really smart thing to do because the goats need to eat something. Toblerone is up. Oh, thank goodness. No, Portia, Toblerone's up. He's snapped out of it. The problem with Toblerone is basically useless. What exactly? Okay, you could do some mining. I need steel. Like hardcore. Like more than a little bit of steel. So you could do some mining anywhere. Well, I mean, there's some things I've earmarked already. But yeah, if you could get that done. And then like literally everything else too. Slam it into pause mode. I gotta micromanage Toblerone here. Do you have any doctoring ability? No, you're broadly terrible. But you know what? You can slap a band-aid on. You could still be at number 3. Hang on, coffee in my face while I look at things. Much better. Probably won't bother with art right now. We're not really going to get into art right now. This is going to be a watch and a half. I'm glad I got your own YouTube page. Beep boop. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, let me just bring Beep and or Boop up to speed here. I'm a genius. Okay, a genius of RimWorld, and in fact a prophet of RimWorld. Needlessly messianic, I know. I am both a genius and a prophet of RimWorld. I have excelled in genius so much that I have slipped the surly bounds of genius into the realms of geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. So what you're watching here is, quite frankly, something you will not find. Because everyone else is going to do RimWorld in their very traditional way, and I'm just doing it in my way. See, the reason I'm good at RimWorld, Beep and or Boop, as the case may be, the reason I'm good at RimWorld is not because I'm good at RimWorld. It's because I am RimWorld. RimWorld works like my brain, and my brain works like RimWorld. So when I get nuked, again, the largest nuke I've ever had, we had one person left standing at the end of that nuke. I will come back from this, and I'm going to tell you right now, Beep and or Boop, as the case may be. You ask anyone else in chat here, and they're going to say to you, he will too. It's shocking, unbelievable, and shouldn't be allowed, but somehow he will rebuild this colony. And they know I'm right. Okay, Toblerone, you're botching harvests Could we get back on the agribot idea? Because this would free up quite a bit of time. You've done... You know what, kid? You've done an amount of hay grass. An amount... That's fine. The goats will nibble on it even if it's not harvested. So I would love you. What are you like all hyped up to do now? Yeah, you're hyped up on growing things. Why don't you be more into mining? Thank you. Why don't you be wicked more into mining? You could do a little bit of research if the mood struck you. But don't go hardcore on it. Yeah, you're going to be... I'd rather see you mining because I'm going to need steel like you read about. I don't know if you read about steel. Maybe you do. Maybe you subscribe to Steel Monthly. And it's just a magazine about steel with like ads of steel in it. Like, hey, we have steel. Here's our steel that we're advertising it here in Steel Monthly. Maybe, I don't know, it might not be monthly. It might be like a quarterly magazine. Because what can you really say about steel? How many articles can you write about steel? There's a lot of different kinds of steel depending on you know, what sort of alloys you're using in it. But maybe it's a quarterly magazine. Anyway, so I'm going to need steel like you read about in the quarterly magazine, Steel Quarterly. Not Steel Monthly, because there's not enough to say about it. Congratulations, Toblerone. You are now my chief miner. You're the new Grumpy. You could actually blow that off, Chief. You know what? The goats will figure it out. The goats will eat it whether it's harvested or not. Now, Lon, I know you have the whole flu thing going on, which is really fussy about you. Who needs medical treatment now? Lon's tending to Lon. Okay, great, good, fantastic. Don't be barking down my snorkel here. Okay, Lon's tended to Lon, and now you're going to eat. Okay, when you're done snacking, I need you to work on the agribot, because that would free up a lot of Lon's time, Toblerone's time, everyone's time. Toblerone, what are you working on now? Yeah, see, this is much more reasonable. Just go ahead and do this. This is a much more sensible thing for you to be doing, rather than wasting your time and mine harvesting something that needs an agribot and that the goats would eat anyway. Hang on, coffee. American Cemetery Magazine is monthly. Well, there's a lot more to say about cemeteries. I can think of all sorts of things to say about cemeteries. You could have nice pictures of cemeteries. You could discuss different ways to dig earth. Like, not dig in the sense of, like, wow, that's wicked groovy. And by the way, please use groovy as much as possible in your life. I'm really trying to bring that word back. I'm so sad that went out of the lexicon. But no, not dig earth in the way of like, wow, cool, groovy earth, man. No, dig in the sense of like, take it from one place and remove it and put it in another place. There's all sorts of things you can say about cemeteries. But what can you really say about steel? It exists. That's it. There's my article right there. I should submit an article to Steel Quarterly. Hang on. See, there you go, Portia. Taking pictures of cemeteries. They're very cool looking. There's all sorts of good, like, cool statues and stuff in them. We have a lot of those around here. We have some very, very cool cemeteries in my area. So I could definitely see a monthly, cemetery magazine. All right, what I need is where is my Constructo bot? And is it injured? No, it's actually fine. The Sweepy bot is not great, but I can live with that. How long till heel route, by the way? Ooh, very, very soon on the heel route. Okay, so Toblerone's in bed. Where do you go to bed, by the way? You live way over there. You know what? I'm gonna do the same plan with Toblerone. This is now your new bed, just so you can be in range of the psychic pulse. You'll be slightly happier about things in general. So, Wooshak, let's readdress you. How are you doing? 4.5 again. Okay, Lon has not been in to see you recently. What with the flu? Has somebody fed you? Oh, yeah, actually, you've had food reasonably soon. Wait, what are we doing to Wooshak? What did I authorize? Oh, sorry, dude, we're hemogen farming you. Oh, wicked sorry about that, dude. I totally would have turned that off. It's just we don't have a vampire anymore. That was completely unnecessary. There was no reason to do that. And we actually had quite a bit of blood anyway. Even if we had a vampire, he would have been fine. Oh, I'm so sorry, Wooshak. That's on me. You know what? That's on me, kid. Hunter lacks a suitable weapon. That's probably Toblerone. Hey, Toblerone, quick thing. Could you not go into a psychotic break anymore, please? I would super wicked cool appreciate that, man. I need all hands on deck. All four of them. All four of them. That's it. That's all I got. I got 4 pairs of hands here. Well, 2 pairs of hands, which would equal, 4 hands. So, can we get back Lon? Lon, what are you doing? You're having a snack. Okay, when you have that snack, you get to get on the Agrahand thing. No, no, no. Whatever you're doing is terrible. Just do only the things that I tell you to do. It's Project Lean on Lawn. Project LOL. Lean on Lawn. Okay, that's going to take you a while, but that's okay. That'll be an Agrahand in a couple of days or so. How's the baby here? So show me. Okay, so you're 3 quadrums old. All right, well, you know what? You're almost a year old. You're almost a year old. We're getting there. Wait, what the heck was your name? Hang on. Is your name Bouillabaisse? Well, come back to me here, Chief. Bastinez. Oh, we're gonna have to fuss with that. I can't possibly pronounce that. I can't possibly deal with that. That's nonsense. Nobody should be allowed to pronounce that. That's just like some sort of disease. Okay. Reevaluate. See where you're at, Dave. We did take down the floor there. That's a lot of good wood that we got out of there. Can the Constructo bot... Yeah, the Constructo... Okay, hang on. The lifter needs to be an unrestricted. The Constructo bot and the Clean Sweeper can be in the home area. I thought I had all the bots on unrestricted. And, no, that's a silly idea. We've got plenty of food right now. Food exists. Don't worry about food. I actually have less pop-ups than I've had recently. Less pop-ups. And I can deal with a couple of these too. Lon, are you back in, how's the flu? I should probably keep an eye on that. You know, what with it being the flu. Yeah, the flu ain't good, Chief. The flu is not great, is it? You're actually losing to the flu. Oh, you jerk, RimWorld. You absolute jerk. You're really going to take Lon out with the flu. Oh, that is just not cool. Not cool, RimWorld. Hang on. Okay, I need Lon to stay in bed. Lon, you got to stop eating, or indeed doing anything else. Toblerone, congratulations, you're a new doctor. Oh, if this all burns down and it's just Toblerone? Oh, and Wooshak in prison? Yeah. That, boy, that flu is, that flu's more than my immunity here, isn't it? Oh, I tell you what, if somebody came by with, oh, I don't know, anything. A healer mech serum, a healer. How, is it irony that I desperately need Yegor back now? After Yegor was a colossal pain in my neck? I actually need Yegor to, like, do anything at all. Because that unnatural healing, done. Flu problem solved. Oh, this is... Okay, Lon, are you going back to bed? You are going back to bed. Okay, good. Go back to bed. All right, you got up. You fed the prisoner. You know, here's what I'm going to do for you, Lon. I'm going to take you off Warden, and I'll put Toblerone on that. He's terrible at it. He's terrible, but it's better him doing it than you. That's one less thing you've got to do. You can just stay in bed and kind of work off this flu nonsense. Wow, 52 to 57, huh? You're really going to take somebody out with the flu? Honestly, RimWorld, that's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. Toblerone, prepare to be royal. I don't know. I have no idea what this game is doing to me right now. I have no idea what this game is doing. I think RimWorld hates me. Hates me. Because I beat Anomaly. Because I finished Anomaly. And I punched RimWorld in the face. And RimWorld is like, nah, I'm just going to nuke him. Whatever he comes back with, whatever geniusosity, #geniusosity, he comes back with, I'll just keep slapping him. Just keep it coming. Just keep it coming. I almost feel like I'm on Randy Random or something. It's an extraordinary amount of events going on in the last, 4 game days? 4 game days, maybe? Let's just keep a loose eye, and by a loose eye, I mean an extremely close eye. Okay, you tended yourself recently. That's great, but the flu is going to win. The flu is going to win. Is there anything, and the answer is no, is there anything I can do to abate this in some way? My God, I actually need Yegor. That's just depressing. I should have put Yegor in the fridge instead of Marcus. Okay, Lon is... No. Don't worry about Wooshak, man. Don't worry about Wooshak. Wooshak, I will deal... You know what? I will deal with Wooshak. Lon, I will deal with Wooshak. You just stay chill. Wooshak, are you hungry? Okay, great. I'll get Toblerone to feed you. Okay, feed him. I don't care if it's disliked food. Couldn't care less. You know what, Lon, you don't need... Okay, I need you to stay in bed. So we're just going to take you off wardening completely. Okay, you don't do any wardening. Toblerone will deal. Any meds at all? Yeah, all I've got is herbal medicine, Mark. We're out of the good medicine. Hang on. Provisional workers. Okay, Oh, you're funny. You're funny. RimWorld, you're funny. You want me to send you a colonist? I could actually use the honor. But... Wait, hang on. If I send Lon, will he be healed? And I think the answer is yes. Okay. Can I send Lon? Will the game allow me to send a sick colonist? Because I'm basically saying to the royals, here you go, here's the flu. If I send Lon, will he be healed? Will he come back healed? Yeah, I can't call anyone Crimson. Everyone hates us and the royals don't like us enough. Buzzkill, I think they do technically have to be alive. But I like your method of thinking. Your method of thinking is sound and perfectly appropriate for riding the Dave train. But, I do believe they technically... I'm fascinated. If I send Lon, will he come back healed? I feel my geniusosity, hashtag geniusosity, is telling me yes. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Okay? This is my geniusosity. The enormous ocean. Okay, the ocean of geniusosity, hashtag geniusosity, that I am swimming in right now. And I have just sucked up a big stomach full of seawater, is saying, send Lon. And he will come back healed. I think I got this. I might not. I might just get a notification saying Lon died of the flu. P.S. The royals are a little annoyed. You sent him a dead guy. Or at least an almost dead guy. Goodwill. I need the honor. Because we're at base level on royalty right now. I think Crimson's got the right idea there. I don't think I can beat the flu. We've only got the herbal medicine. And Toblerone's a terrible doctor. And Lon's only a... Well, actually, Lon's a good doctor. But the flu is winning. I think Crimson is in the same ocean of geniusosity that I am swimming in. Big old mouthful of seawater there. Not medically recommended. Not sound. Doing it anyway. So one way or another, Lon's going to die. And here, I've at least got a shot of Lon coming back alive. I would love to go for the goodwill, so we could spend more goodwill. But it doesn't matter, because there's going to be a rank necessary to get the royals to do anything. It's not just goodwill. You have to be of a high enough rank. So I'm going to go with the honor for Lon. And then I'm sending Lon on a shuttle and hoping she comes back alive. In the meantime, this entire colony is being run by Toblerone. I just want us to all be clear about that. This entire colony is going to be run by... Where's the shuttle? Let's just get this going here. Okay, where's my shuttle? I did accept that, right? I didn't do something stupid. Yeah, okay, I did accept that. Oh, shuttle arrives in 6 seconds. Just patience, Dave. Patience. You're not good at that. Lon, here's an experiment. Can you go on the shuttle? Please say yes. You can. Take your germs and get in the shuttle and go somewhere and please come back alive. If Lon dies, you lose it all. No, I don't. No, I will lose many, many things. Oh, hang on, there's mad squirrels. 1 second, please, kids. Okay, everyone go into the... Are the mad squirrels right next to Toblerone? I bet they are. Also, there's no traps in this trap corridor, but that's okay. We got the door up. So, everybody go into the runaway zone. Mechs into the runaway zone. Where is... Okay, Toblerone, if you could, like, give a little hustle there, kid. Although I think the squirrels are on the other side of the map. I think you'll be fine. One up there. One here. Hang on. Lon's novice ceremony. Okay, so far so good. That, great. Yeah, that's great. We've got a novice ceremony. I think we need to get Lon back before that. Oh, Mark, I'm expecting an attack any moment. I think the squirrel is just the warm-up. Squirrel's just like, yeah, we'll just toss some squirrels at him to lull him into a false sense of security, and then we will nuke him again. So there should be enough traps in this trap corridor to deal with this. However, I'm just going to keep an eye on where the squirrels are coming in. Because if they do something, well, squirrely. See what I did there? If they do something squirrely, like loop around to the other door, then they can walk right in. Okay, one dead there. All right, how did we do up here? Dead squirrel. Nice, great, good. Best news I've heard all day. And, yeah, see, this is kind of... This guy's just going to malinger around here. I'm just going to hover and see what happens. So now the entire colony is run by Toblerone. The least skilled member of my colony is now running the entire colony. Also, Toblerone, you are, again, just checking, #1 on wardening, right? Yeah, okay, because we want to keep Wushak alive. I know your social is terrible. I don't expect you to spin him over to our side, but actually your social is not bad. Hang on, I was completely wrong about that. Your social's not that bad at all. Yeah, just make sure you're, like, chit-chatting to this guy. In fact, your social might have been better than Toblerone. I might have put you on wardening right out of the gate. Okay, so, Wushak, how are we doing with you? 4.0. Okay, not as fast as I might like. Oh, the other squirrel's in. Okay, the squirrels are dead. All right, we can turn this off. Thank you. Everything. Yeah, we were going to eat Toblerone. Good thing we didn't eat Toblerone, huh? I mean, did I call that one or what? Good thing we didn't eat Toblerone. Because now the entire colony would be leaning on a baby in a tube. My lawn experiment better work. I think it has. I think at this point there would have been a pop-up saying your guy's dead. I think I've actually... Wow. It's just sometimes I stun myself with how good I am. Really, I do. I'm speechless. I'm not speechless. I've never been speechless. I can talk for hours and hours and hours. But I'm speechless at where geniusosity takes me to. Hashtag geniusosity. Guy's got the flu. Guy's going to die of the flu. Send him somewhere else. Comes back without the flu. So everyone could go back to what they were doing broadly. And then the mechs, the lifter unrestricted, everyone, the others in the home zone. Unfortunately, with Lon gone, I won't get my Agrabot anytime soon, right? Actually, do I need the Mechanator to... It wouldn't matter anyway. The Mechanator's not here. So even if my... And by the way, how are my mechs still working? They shouldn't be. Because you can send your Mechanator out of range and he can't communicate with these. And this guy's halfway across the planet. Speechless for the 10K stream. Hang on, coffee in my face. Get the squirrel meat. Sure. Not high priority, though. I would draw your attention, Mark, if I could, to the host of dead animals that I have in my freezer. Many of which we used to own. Like the monkey and the goat. Those were ours. Okay, those were animals that belonged to us. And they're in the freezer. So picking up a couple of squirrels, really not top priority. I've got boars and raccoons. Also, on that Toblerone, congratulations. Not only your #1 wardening, you're going to have to cook. You're going to have to cook. You have a cooking skill of literally 0. But we also have no food. No prepared food, anyway. No prepared food. So, this is going to be food poisoning all the time. This is going to be nothing but food poisoning. Now, we do have a lot of potatoes that came in. The rest of these are, yeah, they're ready to go. I've got to get that Agrabot. These will sit for a while. It's still only early fall. They'll sit for a little bit. Toblerone, cook literally everything. I mean, how badly can you mess up a potato? I bet the answer is really, really badly. really badly. I bet that's how you can mess up a potato. There, see, the squirrels are coming in. I don't have to do anything. That's what I've got lifter bots for. There's a squirrel right there. I'm not worried about... I'm more worried about the construction bots finishing the trap corridors. That's really what I need them for. There's a lot of steel out here. Maybe the... Oh, you're going. What are you doing? You're... Okay, you're hauling the steel. Great, good, perfect. What is my construction bot doing then? Because I don't think we've got a lot else to do. Like, come here. What are you doing right now? Wandering. Can you not maybe fix this? I know I can't, like, prioritize you, but... Could you not maybe work on the... Oh, we're just getting steel coming in. I see the problem here. Alright, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. There's some steel coming in. We just need a lot of it. I tell you what, if a bulk goods trader came by, I would buy a bunch of steel right now. Just to keep the Constructo bot going. Toblerone, how's the cooking going? Oh, you know what? Better time to cook right now. There you go. Learn to cook with Toblerone. Okay, it could be its own YouTube channel. Learn to cook with Toblerone. You start now with a cooking skill of exactly 0. I hesitate to ask this question, Toblerone. I hesitate to ask. What is expiring? Oh, I don't care about that one. That's fine. I hesitate to ask this question, Toblerone. I really do, but how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Okay. Marcus is dead. You're right. Yep. No delirious first eater. That might be you, Toblerone. You know what? That might be you. Okay? That could be you. Anytime now. You've had a catharsis because of the whole coma thing. There you go. That's Psychic Emanator Soothe. Just put your bedroom right in range of this thing. You've been high. I've stapled things to your body, and you're kind of meh about your human leather pants. Really? You were just sad about Marcus? That was the only one? Marcus literally drank your blood. Like, you guys were in prison together. Maybe that's what it is, like prison buddies. Like, they were cellmates. They were cellies. And Toblerone's like, yeah, the dude kind of beats me up and drinks my blood, but he's alright. He's an okay guy. He's my cellmate. I gotta be down with my cellmate. That's, because, again, Toblerone, you're saying friend Marcus. He literally drank your blood. Okay, and I'm pretty sure he beat you up. Now, in fairness, I think you beat him up, too. So that was fun. But yeah, okay, I get what you're going with there. You make a friend in prison. They're a friend for life. Alright. Where... What? Why? Those are the questions I need answered right now. Toblerone is at least being productive by feeding Wushak. And, yeah, no surprise, Wushak has gotten food poisoning. No surprise there, Wushak. This guy has never seen a pot of boiling water. The problem, Wushak, is that he's the only person here. Well, that's alive. That's alive. I've got lots of people here. They're all dead. You're the only one. Wushak, you're one of the only survivors. They did fight all the time, Crimson. But I guess it was, at the end of the day, you beat each other up, and then you're like, all right, you're kind of a good dude. So apparently Toblerone was a friend of Marcus. And apparently Toblerone can play the piano. Not so much with the cooking potatoes. How do you mess up a potato, man? It's like nature's most basic food. You can do anything with a potato and make it taste good. And you've decided to give Wushak food poisoning. And you know what? That'll kind of keep him humble for a while, I bet. You won't... Oh, wow. Wow, when are you getting over your injuries, dude? Actually, they are almost over. Yeah, those are coming down. Alright, your tibia. I'll pop a lung in you later, dude. It'll probably be yours. I took it out just for taking it out. It's somewhere down here in the hospital. So at some point in time, I will, I'll definitely put a lung in you. I'd like to get a better one, though, if I could. Can we, do we even know medicine production? No, we don't. What are we... This is another question I hesitate to ask. What are we allegedly researching now? Brain wiring. Oh, yeah, that's wicked important. There is nothing more important to me right now than making joy wires. Just to keep people happy. If we do get any more colonists, I can arm them very, very heavily. I can really just tool these guys up. Dee I should have just put everyone in the DD zone. I just left them there and just walked away. So that's it. Stream over. Everyone's safe. Alright. Wushak can walk again. That's cool. He's vomiting everywhere. Just there's so much vomit. Just so much vomit everywhere. Toblerone. Honestly, Toblerone, I know I keep picking on you, but you're the only one here. I don't have anyone else to watch, Toblerone. You are it. It's you and Wushak, and Wushak hasn't gotten out of bed since we got nuked. 3.0. Okay, it's getting there. It's plugging along there. We're going to make some more potatoes. Hey, Toblerone, you maybe want to chop up the goat? How's the baby doing? The baby is probably the safest person here. It contains baby 1. Oh, I think I might have to name it baby 1. That's good. That's good. Baby 1. So it is 1 year old. A 1 year old female baby. Baby 1. Yeah, it's doing fine. The baby is the easiest person to keep track of here. Once you get him in a tube, Crimson, this is how life goes. Once you get a baby in a tube, they're easy to take care of. Absolutely easy to take care of. It's when they're outside of a tube that they get all fussy. They're all like yelling and screaming, and there's fluids everywhere. You just want to keep them in a tube. You're really going heavy on the potato diet, aren't you, dude? Toblerone, maybe we chop up a squirrel or a goat or anything like that. No, I think I'm sold, Buzzkill, on baby 1. It sounds almost robotic, and believe me, by the time I'm done with baby 1, it will be robotic. No, how about we prioritize butchering? All right, potatoes are great, but maybe Wushak would like a little squirrel, or goat, or raccoon, or boar, or rabbit, or boom rat in his diet. Okay, wow, you actually got to cooking level 1. Good job, man. Toblerone, by the time that Lon gets back, you might actually be a decent chef. And we'll get some leathers out of this. I don't need leathers. I got tons of human skin. I have so much human skin. It's ridiculous how much human skin I have. We make everything out of human skin. Yeah, I think we're going baby 1 on that. Oh, good. We've got a new goat. Great. Neat. Glad about that. Glad we've got a new goat. Can't have enough goats around here. Although it is actually easy food. Alright, so see, we got some meat now. Now you can have meat and potatoes. That is a very, very standard diet. You chop up that raccoon, and then I'll take you off this duty here. Okay, there you go. You can go back to doing what you were doing. What are you doing? You're going to bed. Super. That's a sensible thing to be doing. Okay. Will the next one be baby 2? It's entirely possible. I don't know. I don't have enough genetic material. Oh, Wushak's gone crazy. It's probably the food poisoning, isn't it? Toblerone, could you come and deal? Okay, could you just like come and deal with this? If Wushak kills Toblerone, I don't know. I'm not actually sure how we come back from that. Because Wushak's prisoner. I'm just going to let him break down the door and stand way over here. Toblerone, can you shoot? You have a base knowledge of which end of the gun to point. Okay, so yeah, just take down the door, dude. That's fine. That's fine. And then, yeah, there we go. Yeah, wow, that was terrible. You don't shoot the psychic Whoozy McWhatsit there. Thank God he has food poisoning. He's moving wicked slow. Wicked slow. Good job on the food poisoning, Toblerone. That really smart that you poisoned his potatoes, because now he doesn't move very fast. Try not to kill him. There we go. Good job in not killing him. I really, really wicked appreciate that one, man. Okay, you're undrafted. If you could go capture him, anytime. There you go, Toblerone. The Constructo bot's already coming in with the door. And then, Toblerone, I'm going to need you to, like, wicked take care of this guy. So if you could tend to him right now, he's probably about to die. How about to die? 9 hours. Oh, God, I got that. I got that. That's no problem. We can do 9 hours. So Toblerone will get him patched up. Did you lose anything, Wushak? No, still just the lung, rather, and I took that out of you. Also, somebody should probably feed you, too. We'll work on that. We'll try to get that. I tell you what, Wushak, you are so banged up, even when we convert you over to our cause, you're not going anywhere. You've been in this prison so long, we've basically blown all your parts off. Okay, that went better than expected. I did not think that Toblerone was going to be able to pull that off. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say the food poisoning saved us. If Wushak was moving faster, we would probably not have survived that. Or Wushak would not have survived that. Somebody would be dead. And the Man in Black would come in, and I can't with the Man in Black. I'm disappointed in myself if the Man in Black shows up. I just feel I personally failed you. I personally failed you if the Man in Black shows up in my run. Yeah, I know Wushak's berserk. He's gone. He's fine. He's done now. All right, we're feeding Washak. That's also an excellent thing to be doing right now. Thank you so much. We've got plenty of meals, Toblerone. We're actually pretty good on meals, so I'm just going to back you off of cooking in favor of going back to mining, actually, because I desperately need the steel. I need all the steel in the world right now. I mean, it's coming in, but we're immediately putting it into the traps. I'm just going to go ahead and say about 6 or 7 more colonists. Remember the ones I used to have? Remember when I had a fairly decent-sized colony? Oh, those were the days. Good times. Good times there. Good times. I know this is far too early to ask, but when is Lon coming back? Because I kind of need... oh, yeah, Gallagher. I forgot about Gallagher. Somewhere around the world is Gallagher. Who knows? 2 days ago. Okay, so Lon's going to return in 4 days. That's not that bad. That's not really the worst. And when Lon comes back, we can obviously get Lon promoted a little bit. Right? Right. How's the Huzi McWhat's coming here? 1.5 days left on that. Again, I'm not sure if Toblerone could do anything at all with that. It might have to be the Mechanator. If we were better armed, I like capturing and keeping the ancients. I would like to survive the next 6 to 7 days in RimWorld. That's what I'd like to survive. I'm not going to fuss with anything else right now. We're just at... I know... That was my idea, Portia. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, just build traps around it and crack a hole in the wall. Very, very straightforward. You just got to hustle. You just got when you got to move when you crack that wall open. Oh, there's a raid. Neat. Fun. Everybody go in the runaway zone. Thank you. Witless here. Witless still hate us. Okay. And problems. Where is Toblerone? Oh, thank God he's in bed. Okay, great, good. Toblerone. Oh my goodness. Hold on 1 second, guys. Toblerone is our first, last, and only line of defense here. Our first, last, and only line of defense. Baby one, no help there. No help. Baby one, absolutely no help. In a tube. Constructobot, no help. Toblerone, of all colonists, Toblerone is our first, last, and only line of defense. Okay, neat. Great, good. Toblerone, wake up and come over here. Let's just see what happens. If they go for this trap corridor, there's what, 3 of them. Okay, if they go for that trap corridor, yeah, this is actually the one trap corridor that's been repaired. So Toblerone, come down here so you're in a little bit of cover. And actually, you know what? You got good range on that thing. Come over here. Guys, over here. Right into the trap corridor, thank you. Right through the trap corridor. Thank you so much. Just coming right in. There we go. And we're down. And we're down. And wow, you just keep on coming, don't you? Wow, Whitler really hates me. Okay, 3 deaths. No prisoners. That is fine. I am willing to take that. Thank you very much. Okay, so mechs. Actually, hang on. The lifter unrestricted. The other 2 in the home zone. And then you, Toblerone. Actually, no, that's fine for Toblerone. He's not a night owl. So, Toblerone, come here. You are unrestricted. There you go. Okay, well, there's some food. And some components, actually. That's not a bad drop. That's not bad at all. Toblerone, why are you sad? You're feeding a meal to Washak. Yeah? That makes you sad? You poisoned him. And good move. Excellent job poisoning him. Yeah, some prisoners would have been pretty sweet, but also human food. I mean, food made from humans is really what I'm going with there. It's 76 out. Could we maybe get these guys in the freezer? Like sooner rather than later. That would be great. You're digging at the steel. Don't sweat that right now. Why don't you go get down and get one of these guys in. And then we'll, you can chop them up into, human meals. People love that sort of thing. People are like, oh my God, there's finally cannibal food here. Because I'm a cannibal. It's my religion. That and the drugs. Oh, also, and the ripping my body parts off and replacing them with toasters. I'm wicked into all of those things. I wonder if I should just start feeding human meat to the baby. Are we doing that? I want him to, her, rather. I don't know. I was gender neutral before it was cool. He and or her or it or them. I want her to experience the joys of cannibalism before even leaving the tube, frankly. So put that guy in there. I know you keep digging at the steel. We're just going to get these guys hauled in. I just want them in the freezer so they're not going to go bad. We can't afford to lose human food right now. I mean, food made from humans is really what I'm looking at there. Cannibal food. It's just basically food for cannibals is what I'm looking at. So pop that one in there and then pop the next one in here. Yeah, just get them all. And then you can just like go about your business after that. Anything you want to do, that's fine after that. But let's just get these guys covered up in the freezer. The hauling bot will get the rest of the stuff down there. Ideally, the components. That's about the only other thing there. Okay. Yeah, have a snack. You know what? You do you, Toblerone. You have a Toblerone kind of evening here. You just kind of do whatever you feel. You're going to go chit-chat to Wooshak. Sorry about the poisoning thing. Like, wicked sorry I poisoned you. Totally on me. My bad kind of thing. So you're down to 2.3. 2.3. Okay. Possibly by the time Lon gets home, Wooshak might be on board. I don't know. How will this affect our drug supplies? Well, that's a great question, and I'm glad you're asking the important questions here. Our drug supplies are actually fantastic. There's one thing we have a ton of. It's narcotics. We have so many drugs. Just a ridiculous amount of drugs. We finished bioferret extraction? Oh, we were reading a book for that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that was one of the books that we had. Okay, so Toblerone. That's actually great. That's a really handy one. So Toblerone has finished reading that. Toblerone, isn't that one of the ones that makes you go psycho? Like maybe choose a different book? Maybe, I don't know, a comedy. A light comedy. Instead of reading the book that contains dark evil and will make you go all crazy. Oh, fun. Thanks, Toblerone. How are you feeling? Again, I'm always reluctant to ask now, but how are you feeling? You're actually not that bad. Boy, you wicked love your pants. You're just like, wow, my pants are awesome. I like my pants more than I like being high. And that says something. So Marcus is dead. Yep, you ate non-cannibal food. We're going to correct that pretty soon. Marcus, you want human meat. We're going to correct that pretty soon. I can knock out 2 of these right now. Well, when Toblerone wakes up, by just having him start making some meals around here. Start making some meals out of people. And don't misplace Marcus, by the way. It's very important I know where he is at all times. I see somebody got up and repaired the freezer. That's good. And everything else is just kind of poodling along here. Do we have... Wow. I miss Grumpy. Grumpy was so good with the mining. Bulk goods trader. Oh my god, perfect. Perfect. Toblerone, do nothing but what I tell you to do. Only do the things that I tell you to do. So yeah, go call Jagged Blue Jay or whatever. Dude, call him on the space phone. Say, hello, space phone. Please drop a ton of stuff, because I got some money to spend, and I got some drugs to sell. Oh, this is exactly what I needed right now. This could not come at a better time. Now, what do I want out of these guys? I could get rid of a couple of goats. Okay, focus on important things right now. Medicine. If they had medicine, I would love to snag some of that. It does not immediately look like they do. Wow, I don't have nearly as much human leather as I normally do. Well, let's get to the important stuff. Do they have steel? Because I will buy it all. Okay, sell me all of that. That's only 1,800. I can make that up right now in hardcore narcotics. Okay, have all of that and have all of that. I'm already in profit zone here. I'm already in profit zone. So no medicine, huh? That's a bit of a bummer. I would have liked to have seen some medicine coming in, but not so much really. What do I want out of you? Not actually a lot. Huh. Okay, definitely want the steel. What kind of books have you got? Rural collaboration. Social and melee up, all right? Intellectual growth. Intellectual up, that's good. And just, the book is called Happiness. Holy Brewing. Beer brewing, that wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad at all. I'm not going to sell you all of our smoke leaf joints, but I'm going to sell you a portion of them. How about 75 of those? Because I wouldn't mind getting all of these books. So that, and that. I'm still in profit zone. I've got 600 cloth that I'm not really using, but I might. So just sell off a few of these. that we don't really need. I should probably buy your components. That would be wicked smart. Have a goat. Just because I got a goat. Here, just have a goat. I don't even need that many goats. Nobody needs that many goats. Even goats don't need that many goats. Somebody's saying there's... Ah, there's medicine. There's medicine. Yep. Right under human leather, exactly where it should be. Okay, buy all of that. That's 28 of the good medicine. That doesn't leave me a lot else. I'd like to snag a few components. You know what? I've got money. What am I hoarding money for here? Buy all of their components. There, that's still only 1,000. I don't really need the advanced components right now. I've got 13 of them. And one is not going to be a make or break thing. So, alright, that's some medicine. I don't need neutro-amine. I've got that. I've got some books. And more importantly, I've got a lot of steel that's about to land on my map. And that'll get all of my trap corridors repaired. Okay. Make all of those things happen. There we go. Bring it in. Bring it in. Well, the Constructobot's going to go nuts trying to repair the corridors. Okay, there we go. Do they want some of the human leather? I don't actually have that much left. I need to accumulate more. And good news, we will, because there's people to be butchered here. It's just that we make all of our clothing out of human leather. So I don't actually have as much as I normally... I've had hundreds and hundreds of pieces of human leather. I only had like 50 or 60 there. Look at that, 67 pieces of human leather. Like a barbarian. Okay, like you want me to do in cloth or something. No, I see you're having a meal. Could you actually take a sec to butcher some people, please? If you could actually butcher humans, I would sincerely appreciate it. Because everyone's going to have a good time with that. Dee Dee's going to have that simple meal instead. Yeah, the lizard just rushed right in there. Alright, so yeah, this is what I want to see. We're going to have to deal with all those clothes, but that's fine. We'll deal with that over time. And, okay, the squirrel's great. It's good we have a squirrel, but maybe focus on the cannibalism. We are in fact cannibals. There we go. There we go. Boy, Whitla. Regretting your choices today, Whitla. Regretting your choices. Okay, and that's done. Okay, you can go off duty, man. There you go. You just go do your jam, kid. Fail asleep. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is my best next move? Hey, Toblerone, hang on, hold tight, hold that thought, kid. I don't actually need you to be on max mining right now, because I just got a ton of steel. What else could you be doing? I don't need meat. Why don't you go... I mean, you don't really have a great construction skill, but you could start refilling the trap corridors. That would be really pretty choice right now. Between you and the Constructobot, you can get some of them done. I'd really like to focus on this one down here so I can open that area back up. That may or may not happen. And if I run low on wood, I could deconstruct a bunch of these beds. That's not the worst idea. I am reluctant to ask, as always, but when is... Are we down to like maybe 3 days? 2.9 days. Okay, that's not bad. Lon will be back fairly soon, and I know nobody believes this, but Toblerone has actually kind of kept this place running. Toblerone's actually done okay in managing the colony all by him or herself. I don't know, Toblerone. Again, I was gender neutral before it was cool. Okay, you're female. All by herself. There we go. The steel's coming in. The lifter bot's moving stuff around. What are you shooting for? Are you shooting for the traps down here? Okay, you're shooting for the traps down here. Cool. This is great. That's exactly what I need. Well, I need many things right now. A slaver would have been perfect. I'd be more than happy to buy a few people and then release them into my own colony. But apart from that, a bulk goods trader was perfect. Because the steel was really holding us up and getting any repairs done at all. And then I'd love to see the lifter bot. Where are you taking that? Oh, you're taking it to the baby. Yeah, baby one. Okay, good. Let's make sure baby one stays baby alive. And how are you doing? Hey, look at this. 2 years old already. 2 years old already. This kid's just rocking it up there. Boy, I may even take a chance on starting to build my school at some point. Wouldn't that be a trip? Oh, that'd be funny. I started that ages ago, right before I got nuked. How are the... I sold a goat. Yeah, you don't have as many goats as you used to, Dave. You sold a goat. You have less goats than you used to. You have one less goat. In return for that, you get a bunch of steel and some books that'll come in handy. I might need another bookshelf. At some point in time, I could think about a recreation room, but again, we're on basic survival right now. We can't think recreation room. The bulk goods people have left. That's fine. Really just waiting for Lon to turn up and Wushak to jump on board. And where are you at? You're like wicked close on that too. 0.3. Okay, what are you going to be doing? Because you're actually pretty terrible. You're actually awful at everything. I mean, you can shoot a gun. There's a lot of things you don't do. You're depressive. I guess you're going to be the cook. You're going to be my new cook. And then I don't care. Like I say, I don't care that you can't mine. You'll never be able to mine. You're at -8 on mining. So technically you're -4. You have a level 4. You've learned to level 4, but you're -8 doing your awful mining gene. So you're -4 on mining. It would take you forever just to get to effectively level 0. No, okay, I would love to spin you onto mining, but no, that's just ridiculous. It'll take you forever to get one tile done. So I'm seeing a lot of cooking in your future, Wushak, and not much else. I could spin you into crafting. You'll be terrible, but you will at least begin to get better at it. Obviously, you're going to be our animals person, but who cares? I got like 3 goats. 2 goats. I don't know how many goats I've got anymore. Goats come, goats go. You know, you never know. Toblerone, why are you having a complete freak out? Please don't freak out. I'm literally begging you not to freak out right now. Okay? I can't with you, Toblerone. If you could just get some human meat in your stomach, you would cheer up immensely. Immensely. That would knock out a couple of things there and put a positive in there too. Unfortunately, you're taking your time sleeping. Okay? Because that's not helping you in any way, is it? You're like, oh, I'm eating cannibal food. No, you're not. You're asleep, is what you are. We're moving a hat around. Less valuable than I need it to be. Okay. Toblerone, I know I keep picking on you, but again, man, you're the only one here. You're the only one who exists at all. So obviously I'm going to keep watching you, waiting for you to wake up, do some cooking, which hopefully includes... There we go. Human meat coming in. Oh, you're feeding it to Wushak. Well, that is very nice of you. I see what you're doing with that. Maybe you wanted some for yourself. Are you giving him raw food? It's just what I'm saying. Where are you going? Where are you going? No. No. The Constructo bot can deal with that. Why don't you cook? Hopefully human. Hopefully some human food. There we go. Okay, human meat coming in. Just roast up that human meat. It's probably somebody's arm. Don't care. Just want you to eat it. Then you'll be slightly happier about life. Oh. You know, I was going to say I will recover from this. I actually think I already have. I know you're looking at this going, you've got one horrible colonist, and that's it. I actually think I got this. And in fact, I know I got this because I'm swimming in that deep ocean of geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. Okay, so you're cooking up some more stuff. You didn't want to maybe favor the human meat. I think we're already out of the human meat. I think you just fed it all to Wushak like an idiot. Okay, it'll be fine. Have you personally eaten human meat? You got human leather pants again. You still want human meat. Wushak, how do you feel about that? You ate raw food. What do you mean you ate non-cannibal food? You literally just ate a person. You literally just ate a person. Telling me about it. Look right there. Ate human meat. Don't tell me you're not a cannibal. I'll tell you when you're a cannibal. We're not going to sweat this fire, guys. Yeah, this is an outsidey fire that we don't worry about. Why is that even in the home zone? What? Yeah, okay. I don't know what we had down there. It must have been, oh, it's probably drugs. It's always drugs with us. It's always with the drugs. Yeah, we're going to ignore that fire. And we're just going to completely ignore that fire. There's another fire. That's, I mean, slightly more important, but again, it's pouring rain out. I don't really think we're going to sweat that right now. We're just going to, that's an outsidey fire that we're going to kind of broadly ignore. And I've got stone up anyway, so it's not getting through that. Where are we at on the Leaning on Lawn project? 1.8 days till Lawn gets home. Okay. And Lawn better not have the flu when Lawn gets home. That's my only concern, is that it just sort of stopped, and it's going to start up again when Lawn gets back. I don't know that for a fact. This is all a broad experiment in geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. But if it works, well, just chalk that one up in the genius column. Got a sick person? Send them somewhere else. I wonder if that would work with transport pods. How would that work? If I had a sick colonist and they were not going to survive, could I shoot them in a transport pod somewhere else? Would they heal on the way? I don't know, because they'll heal to a degree when they're traveling. That might be another thing, too. Got a sick person, send them on a trip. I don't think they can die like that. I'm not convinced of that. I'm not convinced. But I'm not sure they're allowed to die like that. Toblerone, oh, you're having a good day. Yeah, you're making some food there. Hey, guys, Toblerone, you have a meal. Certainly, have a meal. And then after that, if you could move those components in, because those are starting to deteriorate, and I paid good money for those. Just saying, Toblerone. That's my money you're dealing with there. Go ahead and prioritize hauling those components, please. Just get them inside. That'll be a good amount of components to keep us going for a while there. Did we get the books in? Yeah, we definitely got the books in. That's full now. Okay. Speed things along a little bit. In fact, speed things along a lot. I want to get Lon back. That's my goal for the end of today. I want to get Lon back because I want to know if my experiment succeeded. I feel it has because this level of genius, it has to have worked. I'm sure there was a point where Leonardo da Vinci was painting the Mona Lisa, and he's like, I'm not really sure if this painting's going to come together. This woman looks weird. I've done the smile all weird, and like her hands don't really quite look right. So I'm not really, and I'm sure Leo was thinking there. Leo probably called some other people, and he's like, yeah, Bob, come in. What do you think of this? And Bob's like, you are a genius. And Leo's like, really? Really? Because I think the smile is weird and the hands aren't quite right. Bob's like, no, you're a total genius. So I'm sure geniuses like myself and Leonardo da Vinci go through these times of self-doubt. And then it all works out because you are, in fact, a genius. So I'm just going to kind of roll with this. And we will find out very, very soon, in 1.4 days, if Lon has fully healed. If not, I guess they'll just ship a corpse back to us. There's like the shuttle will come back, dump Lon's corpse on the ground, and go, yeah, there we go. I'm good. That's what you sent us. That's what you're getting back, kid. Hey, Toblerone, have you eaten something that contained a human? Because that'd be super. Yes, you have eaten human meat. Great, good, fantastic. Toblerone, you may be the new Delirious First Eater, so don't sweat that. We're going to get that wrapped up for you pretty soon, kid. Pretty soon. Also, if you could finally convince Wushak to Mike Tyson himself into loving us, that'd be great, because, again, extra pair of hands. It could take you off cooking duty, Toblerone. It could take you off the old cooking duty there. Trap quarters are coming back in. Do we make any progress down here? Oh, yeah, this is fully done. Great. Just go ahead and... You know what, just in case I ever need that again, just hold it open, and then somebody will go through it at some point and open it up. I'm not going to sweat it right now. Oh, hang on, Toblerone, you're right there. Perfect. Stop meditating. That's a terrible idea. Just go over here and open that. Thank you, and then go about your business. Just in case for some reason I ever need a door there again, I don't. There's no real reason to destroy it. All right, Toblerone, I know I keep micromanaging you, kid, but what I'm gonna do is take you off of construction and put you back onto #1 plants. Because now we've got a little bit of breathing room with that steel that's coming in. The Constructo bot can handle most of the traps, that's fine. And then we can actually start to get some of this food coming in. I know it's not food cannibals want, but you know, when in a pinch you'll eat anything. Or were you working on Wushak? Could you maybe convert Wushak to our cause? I would love that if you did. Because, boy, I could use that extra pair of hands. Toblerone, I have a whole colony. Thank you. I have a whole colony to rebuild from scratch. So thank you for convincing Wushak to join our cause. Wushak, my little teddy bear, you go about your business, first of all. Just go about your business. So let's put you on the things... Hang on, everyone's going to break down. Let's put you on the things that you need to be #1 on. So go ahead, and you're going to definitely want to go in the hospital. Apparently you're wicked good at kids. Sure. I got a baby in a tube if you want that. You are a better warden than Toblerone is. Yeah, you can be into animals. And you're going to be #1 on cooking. You're my new cook. You will do some hunting, and you're actually not bad at it. And then, this is not my ideal, but put yourself onto crafting. Not even, you know what, not even tailoring, just crafting. You could do like stone blocks or something. Just stone blocks. And also, where are you going, by the way? You are, oh, you're going to go get dressed. Cool. Yep, awesome. Yep, good deal, man. Good deal. Oh, hang on, that's the other thing I was going to do. Make sure you're on no raggedy stuff, and everything else is fine. Cool. You want to grab a weapon on your way through there? Okay, you're ready to go, Wooshak. And you're immediately going to get high. Your immediate move is to start getting high. That is so sensible. Wooshak, you were going to fit right in. He got dressed, grabbed a rifle, drank some Psyche tea, and went to bed. Wooshak, you are perfect for this colony. Perfect for this colony. Are we back to 3.5? Well, no, I think technically we're back to 4 because we have 2 halves. So we've got Baby 1 in a tube, and then we've got Chibi. Chibi is still a member of the colony, despite being dead. And, I mean, I don't know what we're going to do with Marcus. What we do with Marcus... Well, first of all, Marcus is going to stay right there until I figure out what to do with Marcus. I'd love to get him back. What are the chances I'm going to get 2 Resurrector Mech Serums? Probably pretty slim, although sometimes they do come in quantity. I had a quest on a side one that gave me 3. So you never know. I mean, it's RimWorld. You can just pull stuff at you. Baby becomes a child already. Wow. Gotta love those baby tubes. Yeah, definitely remain a colonist. Why would you not remain a colonist? Okay, the baby can do stuff now. Hang on. Let's get some things fundamentally under control here. This can be for Wooshak. I want to get the baby out of the tube. So... yeah, I want to cancel the vat growth. Oh, wow, just popped it right out. Just popped it right out. Okay, hang on, baby. Hang on, baby. I don't have any kid clothes, do I? I might have to put you back in the tube. We were feeding the baby raw human meat. That's so wonderful. That's just amazing. Baby, where are you going? Oh, you're eating. You're gonna consume human meat. How do I change your name to Baby 1? Because oh. Can I make you the Delirious First Eater? No, it can't be a child. Darn it. Okay, that's unfortunate. I would have liked that. So, bio, how do I change your name to Baby 1? Your first name is Baby. Your nickname is going to be Baby 1. Baby 1. Okay. I don't care about your last name. That's a silly thing. So, accept that. Baby 1. Okay, great, good. I need clothing for the child. Unless you have some. You're going to go wear a hat. That's cool. I mean, you know, go wear a hat. Just take a bunch of these things out because they're confusing me. So I need baby clothes. Make a kid shirt, make a kid pants, and make a kid parka. The baby looks like it's just wearing a giant sock on its head. I need somebody now to be doing tailoring. So... I'm going to just briefly put Toblerone on tailoring 1 just to get the kid clothes, because the kid's wandering around stark naked now. Seems to be doing fine, though. It seems to be, you know, not really upset about anything. So Baby 1 can go right there. How soon till Lon comes back? Because boy, is Lon going to be surprised. Lon's going to be wicked surprised. Baby 1, I'm going to put you... only in the runaway zone. Okay, let's not have the baby going too far. All right, and then Baby 1, you are going to obviously be number 1 on patient, and then you're just going to clean. Okay, just clean all the time. If you want to do some light hauling, that's cool, but mostly you're just a Roomba. You are here only to serve my needs. Toblerone's getting in doing some kid clothes there. Still got some human meat over there. And Baby 1, you're like into our stuff, right? Yeah, you're wicked into that. How are you feeling about life? You have childlike joy, and you've ate a human. No artificial enhancement. Kids, you don't even worry about that. You don't even worry about that. And we got to get the kid high. Sure, why not? Yeah, that's fine. Why not get the kid high? Okay, speed this up a little bit. The only thing I want right now is for Lon to come back. Once Lon is back, well, geez, I'm back up to 4 colonists and 2 not quite colonists. Wooshak, how long is it going to be before you can actually get up and do anything? Oh, like right now. Cool. I will give you a lung back at some point. Possibly yours. It might be somebody else's. I don't really know. You're going for a new shirt, okay? Because you got your clothes are all ratty there, and then you're gonna go consume some human meat and go back to bed. Oh, by the way, Wushak, you are number 1 on cooking, right? Yeah. Do you want to maybe, you know what? Just do your thing, man. You're already injured, and the baby's already drawing on the floor. The baby is already drawing on the floor. This is fantastic. I love everything that's happening right now. 0.5 days until Lon is back. Lon left alone, basically, and then came back, and we've got Baby 1 and Wushak on board. And Toblerone has somehow managed to keep all of this under control. That mech... Okay, you're my lifter bot. You're going to get that steel. Great. Good. That's exactly what I want you to be doing right now. That's a perfect thing for you to be doing. How much steel do I have left? Not much. But we used a ton of it to get the trap corridors up and running. So that's not super surprising. I just want to see if my experiment works. That's all. I just want Lon to come back and see if Lon is in tip-top shape or possibly still has the flu. If the flu was suspended while she was out. We shall soon find out. Now, the Baby 1 thing has worked out wicked good. Okay? So, whom might want to contribute to the next baby? All right, Toblerone, you know, you could contribute part of that. Wushak, you are in fact male. So between the two of you, seems to me, we could get some contributions going there. I mean, I've got an empty baby tube. It's just sitting there without a baby in it. Seems to me we can get something going there. But let's get Wushak out of the hospital and just everything. Oh, the kid's shirt is done. Hey, kid, you want to go, like, get dressed or something? You be in no raggedy stuff. There you go. So, hey, Baby 1. I don't know where he's put the baby clothes. They're in here somewhere. Wear a hat. Aha! Colonist is back. Okay, jump to location. Lon, how's your health? Flu, minor. Okay, it suspended itself. Interesting. So Lon has come back with the exact same flu that Lon left with. The only advantage we have now is we have better medicine. That's not ideal. That's not... I was hoping... Okay, so there's the experiment, and the experiment is really inconclusive. Well, it isn't inconclusive. We know exactly what happened. But not only... It didn't get worse. It didn't get better. It just suspended itself. It's exactly the same as it was. But we have slightly better medicine now. So that might work out. Toblerone's getting high. Lon, where are you going and what are you doing? I need you to be like on number... You're looking at art? Really? This is what you've chosen to do? This is what you've chosen to do. Okay. I feel, barring a major intervention like somebody showing up with a healer mech serum, or, you know, one of the freakoids coming by with unnatural healing, I think Lon's time might be limited. Might be limited. Yeah, maybe somebody will come by with Glitter World medicine, but even that's not going to be guaranteed. I need an immediate fix. I need something that's going to say, you are cured. Even Glitter World medicine, I'd be skeptical, because that flu's really got a number on us. But guys, let's find out next week. I'm going to check out there, and we will come back with some more of this next week. As I said when I started, clearly I'm a genius. Okay? When I started today, I had 1 colonist and nothing else. And now I've got 3.5 colonists, 2 dead ones. Lon may die soon. Toblerone has shockingly proven herself as a valuable member of the colony, and Wushak is a giant teddy bear. So that's that's all happening. That's all happening. It is a bit of a cliffhanger. You're not wrong, Spike Little Girl. But guys, let's wrap up there, and I will check you guys next week, and we will keep running with this as indeed we do. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this publicly. I should have been stopped years ago. We can see that. But I will see you guys next week. Thank you again. Goodbye. Goodbye.